Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Exploring O Master. Today we talk about two techniques O Master use very often when they paint, especially in portrait. It's called glazing and scumbling. You probably know about this term and what exactly they are, and pretty simple. But I just go through real quick and look at as the like not professional, but it's pretty simple to understand. Glazing darken thing down, and scumbling is lighten thing up. So think about when you paint the painting and you paint in mid-tone, then now you want to darken area where you want it to be dark. You place something on top of that mid-tone and glazing it down. And if you want area lighter, you lighten up using bright color. That's process called scumbling. That's it, nothing more. It's like a lot of video you can find online too. They explain further term and where they use it was who's used the most in history, but we don't go that. I just want a simple something easy to understand. So I pick up a couple photo here, some of the unfinished, some finished, to talk about that. So let's talk about this. The first one, this one. In here, I believe they use both of them, glazing and as well as scumbling. I would say he painted mid-tone and then he glazed this area darker. Everything over here darker. Not everything is using glazing, but some area you see the light color like shine through that. Because that's called the dead color. At first you paint actually monotone, just color black and white monotone, or sometimes they use different color, but very mid-tone, and then he used another brown. It's color very thin. Not technical term, but the way they use in glazing is you mix the color with a lot of medium in there, and so dilute it out, and then use soft brush and like brush over, and we apply very thin brush of color, and because of so thin, the bright color underneath it shine through it. And if you want darker, you build another layer, continue build up until you achieve the color, the value you want, and that make it thing it glow through, and you see the color through underneath it. That's how they achieve that dark color. So if you paint the painting, a portrait, someone like that, and if you want to achieve this way, one of the way is use glazing. And in this painting, he's used scumbling as well. Scumbling is the same thing on mid-tone. You mix white color and you apply on top that, but this time with scumbling you don't use any medium. Sometimes you just try to take out the oil in paint as well, because a lot of time they use it directly from the tube without the medium. But sometimes in the oil paint they have medium as well. A lot of time we use another term called dry brush. So you use the brush dry, really dry, and then you apply tiny little bit white color, and you just apply this right here, forehead right here, a little bit nose right there, the nose on top, nose, the chin, and especially I think on the veil as well. Paint behind there, and it's a really thin brush. I believe he defines some stroke over here, and then on top that the thin area here, see through here, I think he used scumbling with light color and slowly like really thin and apply that. So that's how they use for this painting. Here another one. This one right here, the same. You can see, especially if you paint someone with lighter skin, I guess he applied really mid-tone color and building a shape. And then after that, he glazing right here, the dark right here, and glaze a different color on top. He had make this shadow in this shadow, and then in a little bit high light on bright over here, and down here is your combination between the bright color, and then also add a little bit like glazing on top, but make it pop out more. But one thing of this technique is you have to wait the paint layer completely dry before glazing or scumbling, because if not you dig the other layer up and you mess up your painting. Let's see another one. Let's do the unfinished one. Let's see right here, he paint this one, and because the canvas he goes with bright color, so I guess he didn't even paint the mid-tone for this portrait. He directly glazing on top. I believe glazing everything here on top and darken it out and bring out the shape, and then scumbling in this area brighter, and after that he add detail. I may be wrong with that, the way he did it. There's another one right here as well. See this one, you can see the canvas bright tone in the back right here still, and that's the background right here still underneath here still empty, still bare. So that's similar right here. Look at that, he actually start painting with this tone, mid-tone, different tone of color right here, and he's starts glazing in this area here. See that glazing dark area here, and you see underneath it still have some color from this previous paint shine through it. He want darker, so he add more paint. He want thinner, he add diluted. I don't know how many layer he put in here, might be one or two. And then scrumbling right here over here, he left some out like that, and but one he want to pinch a little bit highlight on that, he scrumb a little bit right here, a little bit right there. Here's another example of the glazing. You can see that the whole thing, I believe, will be white canvas, and look at the background. Is the whole thing is glazing right here. It's a different tone, and then he's slowly glazing, and then see kind of like hazy and soft and around here as well. Look at the neck. I want to zoom in the neck right here. The whole thing here is glazing. Everything is soft and glazing. Let's check another one more right here. Look at the hand right here. You can see that, see that everything here is glazing, like nothing else. Is just he painted mid-tone color, a little bit brighter because his skin is light skin, and then he's glazing on the building the 3D shapes using glazing. Then right here, this is the scrumbling. He add a little bit highlight pop right there using and another one right here example. Yes, see. So look at this. Is right here. Everything here is glazing a little bit. You see, look at the blue vein right here. It's painted lightly blue a little bit underneath, and then glazing on top and scrumbling. Look at the highlight right there, scrumbling, and then over like that. So to make it the value of the vein right here from here to here is different. And I guess pretty hard to paint the vein itself. Let's say if you paint color right here, and then now you mix the color right here and paint the vein, right? It's very hard to achieve feel like underneath it, and also the value from here so soft and change constantly, tiny change. If you use one brush and stroke and then mix it down and slowly paint like that, it's pretty hard. The way they did it, I believe, is he paint like normally like that with the same tone of bluish, and then later on dry, and he's used the glazing. No, I'm sorry, he's used the scrumbling all over it on top of that, so the bluish underneath here change and soft like that, the way he wanted. So that's how they use it. I don't know this modern, or I found this 10. I look at that and it's perfect for me to explain and use that example for the glazing. Or maybe I don't know if they use it or not, but that's the way, if I want to paint something like that, that's how I use it. And I think that's it for this video today about glazing and scrumbling. To conclusion, the topic today is very simple. First of all, if you want to paint someone on portraits, you're going to use glazing and scrumbling to achieve the value and color you want. First, you paint the mid-tone and not too bright. None of the area you paint is bright, and none of the area you paint too dark. You save that for glazing and scrumbling to achieve lightness and darkness area. That's how you want to achieve the softness, and if you follow this way, oh master, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.